Look, your service side
We need to call it
also.
tomorrow because they had the fence man in there again. We still going Thursday?
Yep.
Yes, and you actually return to Lobau.
Going to Thursday.
Everybody stand, we'll get started. David, you lead us in prayer and pray.
May we all pray this afternoon. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for being able to stand in a country that's free this day. And we thankful for a God that's up on the throne that's watching over all of us. We thank you for the turnout for the rodeo, and everybody was saved. We had no loss of lives. We had nobody hurt, and we're so appreciative of that. And we thank you for our law enforcement that also was safe. Lord, we just ask that you govern this meeting this afternoon with the people that you've appointed to do the very best they can for this county. Lord, guide and direct each deliberation and be in the center of your magnificent will, and let all God's children say,
Amen.
Salute and pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everybody. Everybody's a good rodeo, got the weekend over with, ready to go again. I will go ahead and get started with the first item, to adopt the agenda. Any additions or deletions?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to give you an update on the Fox Million setting out passes for us.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, I have one. We still haven't got a policy on admin leave, and Angie brought it to my attention. I need to talk about admin leave for last Friday.
Put that under county court.
He got one.
Mr. Earl, if you don't mind, I'd like to add a Fairview Atlantic. It's a discussion.
I have one item, and that is the part-time help. If nothing else, I hear a motion to adopt the agenda.
Second.
Hear a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? How's the vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I need to adopt the previous minutes from the regular session, September 16, 2025, and from the special session, September 22nd, 2025. Hear a motion?
So moved.
Have a motion on the floor. Hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? How's the vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. All right, we had one on this, but hey, Brad, you're on the agenda, so we can go past this. All right, we go down to the agenda items. The FDACS agreement, Mr. Lee Duke.
Good evening, Commissioner. What you have before you is just our annual contract between Holmes County and the Florida Department of Agricultural and Consumer Services. Mr. Nate has looked it over and said everything looks good for us. With this contract, it is a one-year contract. We will be receiving $69,587.50, be payable in quarterly installments. And I'm asking for approval.
Motion to approve.
Now I have a motion to approve. You hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? How's the vote?
Yes.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, Lee, for the job you did.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
All right, our ECRC contract renewal 2025 through 2028. Ms. Dixon.
Mr. Chair, if you remember, she was here at the last meeting and
That's
talked to
right.
y'all.
Mhm.
And I think Nate's looked at it and don't see no problem with it. Right, Nate?
I didn't have an issue with it. She brought it before us. We didn't have time to really look at it.
Yeah. So you don't have a problem with it?
I don't think
She didn't.
Okay.
All right, do you have a motion to do this contract renewal?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Do you hear a second?
I'll say it.
A motion and a second, any discussion? How's the vote?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. All righty.
Next in sidewalk.
Yeah, and we talked about, this is what I brought up last week on the sidewalk down at the property appraiser and tax collector's office. So,
City Hall.
yeah, city, we don't have to worry about that one. The District 2 emergency, PO budget overage.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, we had emergency pop up. It always happens that way when we stop the POs. Mr. Stafford, Mr. Wilmer Stafford is aware of it. In District 2, we had a pretty good sized hole. It was dangerous. It took about 18 yards of concrete to fill it in. The guys went out there and done a good job, and it being an emergency, I signed off on the PO, but we need approval. The exact amount that he had in his budget was $1,000, and it was $17.28 per load, and there was 2 loads, so that's going to be $2,456 overage, and we done the best we could do in a short amount of time to get the hole covered up, and we didn't want nobody hurt, so
Everybody's saying that.
Mr. Stafford seen it.
You need a motion?
Yes.
What is the motion for?
For the $2,456 overage on District 2's budget.
Where does that come from district?
Well, we can, Andy's not here. I think Mr. Stafford said on his rollover, he wouldn't mind it coming out of his, but I don't want to speak for him.
Well, we could,
Can it come out of the previous year's money? Can it come out of the previous year's money, the previous year's money?
One of you all's road material budget from, yes, sir, from the previous year, that is what you were supposed to decide tonight, is from where that money will come from to cover the POs here.
You have District 5's, I think it's 2,000 left in there.
Then you can take it from District 1.
It don't matter, I mean, all those back in general fund. We'll take it.
You have 2,500, you need to cover $2,407.
It comes out, and it'll be coming out of last year's, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just made that motion.
I have a motion on the floor, take out of last year's District 5 budget. Need a second. All right, have a second. A motion and a second, any discussion? How's the vote?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. All righty, the next one's a fiscal year 2025, 2026 small quantity generator program. Okay, did you have this?
No, it wasn't under me, it was, yeah, I think Nate has looked at it too, and he didn't have no deal. It needs a signature from the chairman to sign. It's on the small generator program.
This is on the Emerald Grove
Yes.
Regional Council.
I can explain it a little better if you need to go over the plan.
Board have any questions on this?
She can, if you need some more information, Jane can tell you. It's a grant.
It's a grant, yeah.
So Emerald Coast Regional Council does the small quantity generator reporting for the county. Small quantity generators are people like nail salons that use acetone or anything that would like be small quantities of hazardous waste disposal, and they monitor that on the county's behalf and turn in that reporting.
It's for a grant. It is budgeted.
This budget, all right. Do you hear a motion? A motion to approve, do you hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second, any discussion? How's the vote?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. All right, the next is towing rate agreement. Brad, if you want to come up.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for having me again today. Open for questions, or you guys, from the last time we met, we submitted the final PDF to you guys with our rates. Have you guys received that?
I believe you said last time, Brad, just to make sure you got a contract with Washington County.
That we got a contract, we sent over every rate, yes, sir.
They did the same thing.
It's in the packet.
Board, have any questions for Brad on this story?
Did the, you said Washington County went up to the same rate you're asking for, you're trying to get them all the same all the way across all counties?
The idea would be one state, one price eventually, but it's a little bit harder in the state of Florida. Every county commission votes on the prices.
I guess my question is again, did Jackson and Washington County come up to did they vote on these rates and come up to these rates?
Some are higher, yes, sir. But the rates that you guys have there, yes. The rates that we've sent you guys are the current rates at every one of those districts, every one of those counties.
Jane, did you check on that?
I verified what they provided.
When you verify that, Jane, is it the same amount as what is being proposed here, then, is that what you're saying?
So I verified that those were the current rates in the counties that they provided. They're not exactly the same as the ones that are being proposed tonight.
They're lower, aren't they? Or higher?
I think some of them are a smidge higher.
Some are higher. We're
I'm trying to
lower,
look
lower
at
in
that
some
number,
areas.
I'm just not being able to see it.
So those are the current rates that you're looking at right there.
Yeah. Where's the neighboring county is what I'm asking?
They're within the following territories.
Okay.
And as you can see, it's not consistent across every single county, so it's not like you can just go to and be like, okay, line item one is this across this county and this county.
So these are the new rates, is what you're requesting here, that the service truck is $200, correct? Is that the pay for the new rate?
Yes, service truck, $200.
So the service truck is 200, so and you go over here, the current rate is 125, is that correct?
That's correct.
And the current rate in Washington County is 125, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So we're looking at a $75 increase is what you're proposing for your service truck.
Yes, sir.
Is that how that works? Okay.
Some of them you'll see it flat across even from the years, our years past. You'll see it as a flat rate, no increase at all, and then some, yes, you'll see there's increases.
What's the difference in the service truck charge here and there?
So our service truck here, so if you called me and you said you have a flat tire, you're not gonna be charged $200, call out $200 an hour, as to where the service truck, when it's on this, if we have like the other day, we had a box truck flip over this past weekend, and we had to bring the service truck out to pull a tire off, to be able to put a tire on the other end, to be able to flip the truck back on the correct way, to be able to tow it back down the road. So that's what that was for. These rates are just for those types of calls.
Just for
those
FHP.
accident FHP calls.
Is there here a motion to approve these rates, or any more discussion?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a couple calls after the last meeting we discussed, and there was some concern about the increase from 125 to 75, and our current county still being, the neighboring county still being at 125. And I guess what I'm not seeing is, other than just cost of inflation, why are we doing a $75 increase?
So when you look at, so when do you guys show the prices were last adjusted on your sheets there? What year? 2020?
I'm just looking at the current, what is the current rate? Yeah.
Correct. So let's just kind of go over the economics of what's changed in between then. It's not just the price of inflation. So when you talk about in 2020, 2021, we could buy a wrecker, just a typical flatbed wrecker, for about $85,000 to $100,000. Right now, I go out to one, it's $165,000. Back then, my insurance was maybe $225,000. My now insurance is around $700,000 on a good day. So when we look at every economic variable, yes, our prices have to increase in order for us to maintain the
But
business.
when you look at a 61% increase, that's a little.
61% on the low end stuff.
Yeah, but it's still a 61% increase, and that's where I'm at.
And again, these are only the rates that are being called out for either the risk, the rapid incident scene clearance that's done through the state of Florida and the Florida Department of Transportation and FHP when they call us out. This has nothing to do with the rates of when you guys call us to come and tow your vehicles.
Or just a local
Yeah.
citizen calls and says,
Yeah.
hey, I need a tow.
You guys only set the max allowable rate when it comes to the service that we provide to be on rotation.
Most of the time, the insurance will be involved in that anyway.
Yes, sir, most of the time that's what it's for.
Well, and then you look at recovery rates, what we actually get paid on, the national average is 50%. So we go out to a wreck, and it's, a tractor trailer that's flipped over and it's got a load of frozen chickens in it. If they didn't have insurance on that truck, which it happens a lot, we end up with not only the frozen chickens, we end up with the truck, we end up with a truck that's mangled, and at best, it's going to go to auction, and we're going to get maybe $500 to $1,000 on it. And we've got to sit on it for 90 days. We've got to pay the state in order to process it through our system. And so there's a lot of cost variables that we have to take into consideration when looking at these price increases.
Motion to approve.
Yeah. I'll have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll make second.
I'll have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Let's vote.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate your time.
All right. Next we'll go down to the county administrator, coordinator, Adam Lee.
Last Friday, and I was hoping the city of Bonnet would be here, I did, earlier you said, I did call John, Stafford. They closed all the streets down, all the side streets, and really the old, of course, Nate's gonna be working on a new admin policy, maybe have it shortly. I allowed the offices to close, admin leave, but Angie said I needed approval from the board, and if y'all don't want it, we'll use PDF. People couldn't get here to the office, streets closed, and I wasn't gonna close this without letting the library and the recycle go too, so everything was shut down, and I made the best decision I could make.
I thought you already had that in your job description. I keep saying this.
I did, but Angie said that because it had to be rewritten with the approval that y'all gave, I couldn't.
Hadn't been done yet.
We voted on it, didn't we?
We voted, it's not been voted on.
Angie just said it has to be approved when Nate rewrites it, I think. Is that right? Yeah.
Oh, the verbiage got to be approved again.
Yeah.
In the employee policy, you want to amend that language, that's what y'all voted on.
That's what they voted on, to give me the authority to do
And
that.
I haven't done it yet. What, when? I'm asking because I want to get it done.
Yeah, it needs to be amended.
Okay.
According to Angie.
I'll do it. Have a motion to approve. Admin Lane.
The policy's never been changed.
Okay.
Yeah, motion to approve it.
All right, have a motion to hear a second. Have a motion and a second, any discussion? How's the vote?
Yes.
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 Thank you.
All righty. We'll go down next, to the, planning for Sam Residence Extension, Mr. Payne.
This is another one of those exemptions for someone to put a second residence on their house, or on their property. This is a family that wants, it's a mother and her husband, or I guess a mother and father that wants to bring their son and their daughter-in-law and their children to live on the property with them. This parcel is 17.34 acres. This will be the second house on the property that does meet the density requirements. This is in line with those that you've approved in the past, and we're working on trying to put this language in the new LDR update so that this is allowed in the future.
without having to get an exception. So our recommendations for approval, if y'all have any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
I have a motion to approve.
Make a motion.
I have a motion to approve. Do I hear a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? How do you vote?
Yes.
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 Hey, John, while you're up, can I ask a quick question, because I received a few calls on it, if I may?
Yeah, go ahead.
On Dogwood Lakes, did you get with Nate, y'all got that?
I talked to Nate this evening. I think, Nate, you're going to send me an email that kind of summarizes that we're good to go. This week, I'm going to work on getting you the notice of award. We'll work on getting that to the contractor, and we'll start executing the contract.
And the money pays it so we can execute the contract?
That's what they tell me.
Good deal.
Thank you, Tom. I'll go down to county engineer, G-Barry.
One update, the FPIP application that was submitted that was approved, I spoke with somebody at Florida Wildlife, and they're still working on that agreement, so we haven't got that yet, so that's just, we're waiting on that to be finalized, and once that's here, that's when we'll proceed. So that's still in the works, it just hasn't been sent to Jane around. I will send you an email tomorrow and copy her on it, so that way she's coordinated. I don't think she was here when we applied, but they're sending everything to me, but I think somebody from the county needs to be on those emails and correspond with the Florida Wildlife Commission.
It's good that we wait on
John,
him.
Yes, sir.
before you leave on, get with you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
After
Oh,
the
okay, good.
meeting, Tom, we're out with that.
The Jake, I think Jake has a pre-con set up. He's not here. I think it's 15th, 16th, at 11. 16th, so it's the following weekday. Thursday.
Please let Mr. Mike Alves know that. Tell him.
Thank you, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Mayor?
He's got some good news.
Good evening, Commissioners. First item action we need is, I think y'all have in y'all's packet, an extension to our continuing contract. It runs out in November of this year. And this is a 1-year extension for our contract. We can get that approved. What else, is it in the packet?
It is. Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve the contract. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? How do you vote?
Yes.
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 The project updates, the first one I wanted to discuss is the pilot construction project. I think at the last meeting, we had a property line issue come up, but we was fortunately able to take care of that. So that's been resolved, and we're moving forward on that. The construction is about 50% complete. The roadway contractor this week started on the subgrade stabilization. You know, I don't know if y'all have been out there, but the material they dug out of that pond was like beach sand, like white beach sand, and that's what they were using to build up the road embankment. And it's not holding together very good, so they're having to bring in some stiffer clay to mix with it before we put the base down. The water main extension is about 50% complete. They made it to State Road 81, and they're now heading south with the water. On the County Road 181 widening project, I talked with the contractor this week, and they are laying sod and getting ready to start paving the final lift of asphalt. So hopefully within a month, maybe a month and a half, that job will be wrapped up. And I think Mr. Wilbur, you called me about a drainage issue out there with a resident. I got with Travis on that, and the property owner was complaining that they covered up the ditch that was out there, and so we're going back and evaluating the original survey to make sure that what was there and put back like it was. But Travis is handling that. On the, I think there was, Jake wanted me to ask you guys if y'all had any questions about the fence issue on Bonifay Shipley. I know During construction, we did the inspection on the project, and we put up just the fence that was called out in the plans where there was existing fence located in the survey. And so, just wanted to, if y'all wanted a chance to
I think
discuss.
he actually went back and looked at the videos, didn't he, that Cliff made? I had two residents just bring forward that said they didn't get the fence. One of them was about 170 feet, the other one was about, I don't know, it was a little bit longer. But our engineer said he didn't get it, so.
Yeah, we put up the fence that was called out.
DOT don't pay for fence, so it comes out of county coffers.
Right, I mean, yeah, the county can put up as much fence out there as they want, but the DOT won't pay for it.
It's $350 a foot is the price. I think it comes up to about $4,000 or something like that.
Yeah. If there's not any more questions on that, I want to pass out something real quick.
Big. But I seen the email, that's what I told me I get it deep.
We're ready to advertise for construction bids on the Busy Bee infrastructure project. I didn't bring a full set of plans because it's very, very large. I just brought our overall project layout sheet and our bid tab with our construction estimate. We've submitted for all our permits. We've got 4 out of the 7 permits secured. I spoke with Liz and Lucas. They sent me an email today saying they're ready to sign the deeds that transfer the property back to the county, which have to be in place before construction starts. So that'll be taken care of. We want to advertise next Wednesday, open bids the week of Thanksgiving on that Tuesday, and then start construction 1st of January. So we just need approval to advertise.
Do I hear a motion to go ahead and approve the advertise for this?
Yes, motion to approve. Yeah, we got
Have a motion on the floor, to hear a second.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? How do you vote?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 That's all I got, unless you have any questions.
All right. Thank you.
Rock and roll.
Thank you.
All they got? Thank you. Audience is on here. County Attorney, Barry Up.
Thank y'all for letting me add it on. Y'all had made a motion to bid this out. I think it's been a while, but when I was preparing the bid, I was always trained to draw out the legal, and I've noticed there's a legal description error in the deed that we have. We can bid it out as is. That's what we normally do anyway, but in good faith, I just want to let y'all know that there potentially is a problem with the legal description. And I didn't do a full title search myself. I was hoping we could engage with Ms. Jan at Panhandle Title. I think it would cost us $100 for them to do a title search, to see what it would take to fix it, or we could bid it out as is.
What's the discrepancy?
Sir, well, I've got the deed pulled up here. It appears that it doesn't close fully, and it doesn't encompass the 4 acres. It says it has 3 acres, and it's not 3 acres in the legal description.
If y'all remember, we sold this piece of property one time before, and there's a problem with the road, and we had to get it.
Was that the one with the little brick house on
That's
it?
it.
Yeah, okay. So now what you're saying is, do we need to do the title search or recommend selling it as is?
I think that's our 2 options. We can sell it as is, where it is, quit claims, you assume. The title as is, or we can get a title search, see what it would take for it to be insured, and what it would take to fix it.
The problem is, you do that, I don't know if you're gonna get the money back out of the property for the title search. I mean, I went out there and looked at that.
4 or 5 years ago, and I think we back down.
Yeah,
We sold
but
it,
it was-
so what happened? We sold it to the guy and he sold it back to us, or something?
Well, the land was not right.
The
That's
land
what
was
happened back to us.
Yeah.
So, would the board have a preference on this?
I'd sell it as is, with,
You can reject any and all bids.
yeah.
Put that form motion.
Yeah, that's my motion.
Have a motion on the floor to hear a second. Have a motion and a second, any discussion? How the vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right, Commissioner Thacker, you had an update?
Yes, in our, you know, when we met constantly concerning Lake Caspi, the board gave me permission to work with the town of Fox Lynn on selling the passes. And they'll sell them, but they want $1 for every 50, so for the in-state residents, they'll get $1, and for the out-of-state, they'll collect 3. So we get 147 out-of-state, 49 in-state.
It's,
It will, it's gonna be a big help. Indianapolis is.
I got getting stickers in, I'm having trouble getting stickers. Got to call them tomorrow.
The board's good with that. I don't know if it needs a motion or not.
I'm probably going in like.
Well, how is that gonna work? I'm just curious, are they gonna take their money off the top, or are they gonna take credit card payments, or
They are, she said they would.
Okay, and they'll do this, they'll take their money for this, for the clerk office.
Sam, we won't have no problem with arbiters with that, will we?
Yeah, I mean, as long as they send us what they have us.
We got that information.
I have in the form of a motion to go ahead with, and with agreement with the town of Fox Lynn, to hear a second.
I'll make a second.
I have a motion and a second, any discussion? How's the vote?
Yes.
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 Yes. All right, I had one thing, as y'all know,
Can I interrupt? Nate, can you draw something up, write something up on that so they can, maybe as we both can sign it, then I can have it.
okay.
Very good.
Like a mutual aid agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's reading my head.
All right, thank you.
Well, that way it's just in the record, you know.
All right, I had where Bird's has been working with me part-time. He has got, 2 more months, or until the end of December, he can work with me. As you know, in the budget, we took the part-time out. So this position he's been working at part-time now for about 3 months. So what I'd like to ask the board to do, and I'll let Will call this week because we took it out of the budget, but I would like the board to give us permission to take it out of the general fund payrolls to pay him until the end of December or until we fill that position.
But that's all he does, ain't it, sure? All part-time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna make another part-time out of the general fund?
No, it's just until December.
Oh, until December?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that'll end this
He
time.
doesn't have that position filled, so that money.
It just comes out of the full-time
Yeah.
position, that's what I was thinking,
I just need to know where to, because we don't have that part-time position.
We took that out in the budget.
Yeah,
So for us to pay him, I just need to know where,
you just take it from the full-time position
yeah, and then we still have money left.
until the full-time position gets fulfilled, then that's what the motion would be.
Yes.
That's so good.
all right, to hear a motion to, have a motion to hear a second.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, any discussion? How's the vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Anything else?
Yeah, since we're talking about this position, how are you doing over there, Mitch, with one guy running your whole deal? Have you been able to get anybody else, or how's that working?
I can bring you up to date, at what I got. We got a person that is gonna come back, that resigned. We got that worked out. I'm waiting on him to come back. He'll be a truck driver. I got another CDL driver that called today that we're waiting to put an application in. But that's all I've got. That'll get him back up to 3. That'll get him his, heavy equipment and RMT, but I do not have a breakdown. Rodney's great. Superintendent's great.
Any character positions are filled, Mr. Stafford, Earl, with your grader?
He
Well,
had one to resign.
Yeah, I had one to resign, but, I had a call yesterday from a guy that's gonna come put an application in for that one.
And you said I have one, my grader man might be going somewhere else?
Well, he, let me see how I put this. We have a person can transfer from district to district. Well, I step in and say, hey, there's a need, you can't do it. Have I ever done that? No. But if there's a need, if it's an essential position, I don't have to let him transfer till I can get a replacement. But yeah, you got one that signed up to transfer.
Is that his plan then? Is that what the plan is?
I hadn't talked to him today, I've been real busy. Mike, I think, talked to him. He wants to, but he ain't got to right now. And I reckon that's my call.
I just thought we might, you
I
could
don't
do a
like
position.
to hold people up, but on the same token, we got to, you gotta have your graders running.
Just don't.
Well, that kind of goes back to what I was saying in the last meeting about all these transfers being done internally. It kind of throws everything off for a loop. And I know we gave David that discretion whether or not allow him to do it or not. And I don't know. And you hate keeping somebody that wants to do something else, but then it puts the people in certain areas in a bad predicament.
Well, it don't too much matter with a RMT, but when you get down to a motor grader operator, that's your lifeline.
Yeah.
That's you guys' lifeline. I mean, if the roads ain't graded, you gonna get the calls. So,
I think that's a priority in a lot of cases that we need to try to keep going,
but I think that policy needs looking at. You can say David's discretion, but if I let one do it and don't let the other, I'm the bad guy. Yeah, and I don't mind being a bad guy sometimes, but on the same token, if I want to be consistent.
Do you think it'd be better for this board to make a motion not to allow transfers in?
Well, I will say it like this, I wouldn't quite put it like that. I would recommend to this board, till we get our fully staffed, which I'm down, I'd have to go pull it. How many we got, Jane, off the top of your head, advertisements right now?
4.
And it could be more.
So you think we'd be good to put a motion to put temporary until everybody's
Till we get full staff.
I'll make that motion.
No, I have a motion on the floor. Do I hear a second?
Why do you think the motion, why can't you handle that?
I can't. I'm probably not.
And
Well,
I mean,
that'd be like,
you're the
let me put a parable down to you. Let's bet you had one leg. You don't want to stand in the way of somebody leaving, I don't need it. But on the same token, if that's a motor grader operator, that needs, and there's nobody else there,
That's why I thought we voted on
I don't think it's in there. I think in the policy, and I hope Angie will see it, I think the policy says there is a transfer rule, people can apply. It goes back when we had a union. Sam, help me out, I think that's right.
It puts you in a bad position. I
It
don't think
puts
you
me in a bad
that's the
position.
problem, but until everything is filled, I think it should be.
Because I'll do whatever the board wants me to do. I just think that we don't need to let the motor graders sit. Well, that's like, Earl, can I use you? One of his has just got a good, better paid job. You can't blame nobody for better.
It's hard to do it.
No.
Well, I mean, if they leave the county, that's one thing, but if they go to the shop and sit and turn wrenches when you could be out there running a motor grader, that's a whole different thing. Because
That turns it into,
Well, that's my thing, because now you got buses and people trying to get from point A to point B, and the roads are all tore up, but he's in the garage turning wrenches. I mean, really? I mean, that's my whole thing. And I've asked you several times, David, to step in there under needs of service to put them where they need to be, but I know it puts you in a bad situation, and I agree. I mean, and that's why I'm bringing this up again, because somebody said, well, you did it for this or didn't do it for that, and that's why you want it to be put in policy, but really and truthfully, that's kind of your job to do that, because it's the needs of service. I mean, it's for the betterment
I
of the whole
can, I can
county.
do that, and I don't need a motion to do it, do you?
Oh, you want to withdraw the motion?
Sure, I'm withdrawing. I'm just saying, I just
Essential
think
jobs, I just let y'all know essential jobs, I'm not gonna move them until I can get the position filled.
And that's what needs, that's what
Yeah.
needs.
Right.
Yeah, all right. All right, you're,
Somebody's got the hand in.
If it's in their job description, I mean, if it's not in the job description, you probably want to put it in there.
well, it is in the job description, it says at the very bottom, whatever the county asks you to do.
So-
that's what's.
It's
And
their
it also
job.
says in mine, in my job description, I can move any employee for the betterment of the county.
So that's a permanent transfer, not a temporary.
That's permanent transfer.
It's in the policy.
Read that policy.
It's 7.02 permanent transfer. I think I read it the last meeting.
Yeah, you.
An employee may be permanently transferred from one job classification to another, and there's three. One, at the employee's request, if in the opinion of the county administrator, it's in the county's best interest, or two, by the county administrator coordinator for operational efficiency reasons, or three, in all cases involving more than one department, both department heads must agree to transfer unless in particular the county administrator decides otherwise.
There you go.
Right? Your motion to adjourn? Yes, sir.
You're gonna have to